I'm thankful that you did me wrong, cause now I got it right, I promise you gon' miss me gone. I done seen it all like the first picture phone. They wishing on my downfall with the wishing bone.
Understand that he was listening to the material, he was listening to the music.
It's hot.
It's hot.
How much money did he give you for that first deal?
I got $1 million.
Cash, after taxes.
The only person that pointed out that $1 million was no money was Damon Dash, and he has no money now. I only felt that because he said, well, there ain't no money. Like after you get you a watch, a chain, and you look out for the homies and you do this, then it's nothing. Right? And I was like, nigga, I'm from 134th Street. $1 million is a lot of money.
Right.
I think I hit the lotto.
Right.
How you gonna say it's no money? Like that, it was, and I just never forgot that because of how it felt.
Was that the only offer you got? Was any other labels offered you?
I met with everybody. I met with Clue, Desert Storm, all of them. It's because I wanted them to say they was doing the deal with me. First thing they did when they came in, Skeen came in with them. He said, yo, we talked to the Wolves. They said it's okay to talk to you. You think I do a deal with it? They gotta ask somebody if it's okay.
What other labels you done a deal with? What other name brand labels that offered you a deal?
Dino the Valley Universal.
Valley Universal.
They offered me a deal for the whole collective. Like they wanted my solo album and then the Achievement album.
Yeah.
Because I started making the tapes. But I didn't make the tapes until, LL was just talking about this recently. He was talking about Paradise. I wrote the chorus to Paradise. Charmel sung the reference vocals.
Now let's show Cloud 10 on Rock. How you heard the motherfucking word? What's good, y'all? It's yours truly. Once again, HeartBreak Ace. If you're familiar with my content or not, hit that like, comment, subscribe so the algorithm gives breaking content every time I upload. If you're familiar with my channel, then you already know the algorithm don't like to get y'all these videos. He be hating for real. So if he hating on y'all and y'all don't get this video, in the comments, just let me know. And I promise you, wherever he at, the algorithm at, I don't care. I'm gonna pull up with my mask off, with no face, no face, no face, no face, no face, and deck that nigga in the eye. If you don't get y'all these videos so y'all can like and subscribe. Nah, topic of discussion of why we here, man. Shout out to one of my goats, 50 Cent. Shout out to Gillie, the kid. Shout out to Wallo. If you was on Rock for real, then maybe you didn't know, but you should know. 50 Cent did an interview on $1 million worth of game with Gillie and Wallo. And I don't know if because I'm biased, but who cares, whatever. I thought it was an entertaining interview. Because I mean, at this point in his career, doing an interview with 50, what else could he tell you that you ain't already heard from him already? But he did just that. But I mean, as soon as he came in the game, his debut album on the mainstream label went diamond, 10 million. And at this point, it sold like 31, 32 million. That was his debut album, Get Rich or Die Trying. So you can kind of imagine he already told his life story. He even made a movie about his life story. It's so much he already did. So it's like, what else could he tell you? But like I said, it was a good interview. Gillie and Wallo found a way around to still, and 50 as well, because he was able to answer both of their questions at the same time. His composure was like that. He know how to conduct business, obviously. You can tell. Even though he was lit with his friends, somebody he was comfortable with, he was still able to answer both of their questions. Eye contact to both of them at the same damn time. If you watch the interview, which says a lot about his character. And they was able to drink some of his beginning and all that in. So they spoke on some things. They spoke on who gave him motivation or inspired him, who looked out for him coming up. And he said, well, I'm gonna let y'all hear what he said. So you already know what we doing. We see an op on the block, we can't never sit there. Especially if my guy 50 there, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get him for him, you heard? That's just what we doing. So if you scared, stay home, please. Let's spin the block.
You said Master P, you said Russell Simmons. Who 3 other black guys in the game that's big that helped you?
Jay's definitely.
Jay helped you?
Yeah.
How did he
As
help
a competitor.
Explain it.
Yeah, because he never was someone that you communicate with, that you're like friends with the person. But I always respected him because he was never an actual competitor in actual fact. He was someone who was a competitor through perception. He continued to sustain his perception of him through errors of artists. Ja was selling more records than Jay-Z.
Yeah, I know. Juvenile, I think, sold more records than Jay-Z.
Juvenile sold much records. A lot of niggas came and sold more records than him in the period that he still sustained some sort of cool.
Yeah.
About that nigga.
Yes. That he was able to hold on to that. And then that, feeling that way, I mean, it's a part of how you carry yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you perceive yourself highly, you can project that energy and people can agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so Jay, that's number 3.
Yeah, Jay, and then who else?
Master P, Russell, Jay. 2 more.
In hip hop,
Just in the culture, black folk. Any
just-
black folk.
just to watch. I learned from Oprah.
Okay.
Damn. Oprah, because she all television shows have targeted demographics. An audience that, if you looked at Oprah Winfrey's audience, it was middle-aged white women. Because the way her views, even though they escaped the fact that she was an African-American woman in front of them.
Yeah.
Because she was so successful, when she said things and it was the way they thought, they said, oh, I think like a billionaire. And they make, because once we put you a billionaire, and then you say things and you think exactly the way they think, they go, oh, she's a billionaire. She's amazing. I love Oprah. So it's harder to go against people that connect to that demographic, because that's our actual audience. It's easy to smash Russell. It's easy to smash Michael Jackson. It's easy to smash. When they up, you're dead, nigga. They gonna hit you with the kill shot. You understand? But we didn't see that for Weinstein. We didn't see that for her chef. The chef that was, that was cooking, they had some issues and shit like that. We didn't see different things, and I kind of saw her getting ready to get Russell, and I was like, we ain't got nobody left.
Who the last person that helped you? That'll be 5. The last person.
Help me. Look, these are people that I learned from a distance too. It's not like that I.
Ain't nobody
talk to
helping, man. He came in, Dr. Dre and Eminem. Nigga.
Yeah, they help me. Really, I can only point to those 2 people because creatively they got
So
it.
you gotta understand, he came in the game, he was the outlaw, man.
Yeah, like
Nobody wanted to help him till he dropped from that ceiling upside down, and that shit did the numbers.
Oh shit! Now it's
Then
like,
the motherfucking hole was the change of the pendulum. So now the motherfucker that was with them, they willing to fuck with you now because you bigger.
How did the Eminem first encounter go? When he first got with you?
it was wild. It felt like.
How did it happen?
Remember that show that had Pump on MTV?
Yeah, Pump,
I
yeah.
thought they had cameras and it was gonna come out and say you've been.
Where was
punked.
your at? What city was your
I
at?
was in California. You flew me to LA, right? I came out. I was so bugged out from the experience that I came through the airport with the vest and on. I'm lucky I took the shot
plates.
plate out the front of the joint, because when I came through, it didn't. But the lawyer that I had with me that took me to him, I get there, he like, yo, how do you feel the vest and shit? Like, yo, this is gonna be the biggest, right? He's like, yo, I'm so excited, that it made me question whether what was happening was right. Because I just wasn't so used. It felt so good that it couldn't be like right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, nah. And when I left that meeting, I didn't want him to feel like he brought a problem. So I wouldn't say anything about Ja Rule.
Yeah.
I kept it, I didn't say one
How
thing.
long did the meet last?
It was like, when I met him, the first night I met him, he had an event. It was the Marshall Mathers LP just came out the first week. He sold 1.7 million records. And he was so excited about me that I'm looking like, you serious? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. And by the time I got back, and I would never say anything about John until the first time I said something about him. John made a mistake and said something about Haley. When he said something about Haley, he thought that they made some sort of kind of connection when they was getting high or some shit like that. I'm like, what the f made him think like this? Like it was, and I'm like, it was a Friday evening. M didn't record that Friday. I recorded that Friday, that Saturday, that Sunday. He came back. I had a full CD, Automatic Gunfire. It was my whole mixtape, Automatic Gunfire, was done Monday morning. He was listening, he's going, yo, when did y'all get a chance to? All this shit was this weekend, like, I was dying to do that.
All right, y'all, we back. Wasn't too long, like a little 5-minute, 10-minute swerve, man. But I had to stop, you know what I mean? We had to leave the op alone for a minute, let him breathe, man. Just to stop the segment, just to break that part down. Now, if you watch the intro of this, I'm pretty sure if you made it to this point, you saw the intro. He gave his reasoning for clowning Dame Dash. I mean, Dame Dash tried to play him in the beginning, you know, the little nigga, like he was the little nigga. Oh, $1 million ain't no money. And probably back then, at that time, I can see Dame Dash saying that. $1 million ain't no money. Maybe not to you, but from a nigga from the hood, that ain't made it nowhere yet. $1 million was a lot. Especially for a record deal, to talk my shit on an album. So, now, the tables have turned. Because Jay-Z's still Jay-Z. Jay-Z's a billionaire. Dame Dash is down. Pause. So, and you know 50 King Petty. So he ain't gonna never forget how you did him back then. Especially he being from Queens and Dame Dash being from Harlem. Harlem niggas always trying to be fly and shit like that, you know what I mean? Queens get the money. So he ain't gonna never forget that. And I don't see him falling off no time soon. And when it come to Hov, which is one of my other goats, like I get what you're saying with him too. Because after all this time, Jay-Z still got the same mystique he had when he came in the game, a reasonable doubt. Like, and he can do anything that a lot of people come from the project, especially like Marshall projects, can't do and will do. He can do certain things that certain people you would think can do, of color, can't do. So I get what he's saying. Because just like Hov, 50, he stayed himself, the gangster image, all of that, until he grew, until he conducted business now. Now the white people love him. He's still selling out tours at this stage of his career. He got the best TV shows. Everything he touching is like, it don't miss. It don't miss. And it always been like that. So I can understand why he said all that. But now, further in the conversation, you know, he had to speak on Irv Gotti and he also spoke about Rick Ross and how he felt like he ain't really got that. He broke too, and he just want attention, a clout chaser. And he trying to fake the image, which a lot of us thought he was doing. And we let it slide until now he just got too corny with this, want to be involved in the Drake and Kendrick beef when Drake was always riding for you, especially when your lame ass excuse was because your name was mentioned, which is not true because you mentioned his name first. Even though you try to sell us on it's because of cease and desist letter on French Montana song with Drake on it, which is obviously a universal call, not Drake's. However, he spoke on all of those people. So I'm gonna let you hear what he had to say about that. And then you already know, I'm gonna come back and let you know how I feel about it. So, of course, the op's still on the block. We let him breathe for a little minute. Now we gotta go knock his head off. Pause. So you already know what we doing. Let's spin the block again.
Sid said this is gonna be bad for Irv Gotti's career. I get covered across the board. They get covered on the hip hop blogs. It is what it is. And you watch because I have nothing else to say. You just see it happen periodically as it goes. You know, this White Elephant, that property he lives at, it costs more than the nightclubs. He's in the nightclubs.
Yeah.
We know what they can give you. They can't pay you more than they can pay you because the room can't hold enough people for them to give you the money to stay there. You can stay until you're a squatter, holding on to the leg of the chair that they're moving. But that's what it is. It's just a part of presentation.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You can see this. You don't need me to say this. You know this.
Yeah.
Look at it. What kind of rich cut his own grass? Why are you out there cutting your own grass? You trying to save money, nigga? You don't want to pay for the lawn to get cut, huh?
Let me ask you.
The AC broken in the.
Let me ask you this. What do it take for a person to shoot a film? A clean film. It ain't got, not your, to shoot a clean film that's
Don't shoot a film, shoot a series. A film requires a star.
Okay.
We got to make the money back in 3 weekends. We need 30 seconds. We only got 30 seconds to make people want to watch it.
The first 30 seconds.
The 30-second trailer that they put out. A minute and 30 seconds. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds to make everybody want to watch this shit. So they got to see somebody and go, oh, okay, yeah, cool. I want to check that out. If you make the series, we watch this and go, nah, this is good. We've seen some series catch traction on YouTube, different things that make the series, bro. It doesn't require stars, it requires talent.
Series.
When people are authentic, they can be playing a character that they can play because they notice behavior.
And the one thing I said, you made stars.
That's it. They didn't know. Look, bro, I was going, what is wrong with these people? They was acting like, I said, you number one African American Latino household for 10 years. Multiple shows. I talked to Tyler about it. I watched, he's still putting up number one. Damn. He'll send it to me in advance. I said, for your eyes only, don't even show nobody. Okay. This nigga got more. He got more of this shit. And you'll see me start doing things. Since we got here, I didn't even mention the 50 Cent Action, my channel. It'll come, I got 18 hours of premium content that I'm gonna run through there.
All right, y'all, we back, man. Wasn't too long, another little 5-10 minute swerve. But I think the op called back up, so we probably have to spin the block again. However, some people just can't let things go. And some things might just be too personal. But 50 gotta understand, even though he's the petty king, he understands that now he's way up here. And the only way they can get any type of attention now is to mention stuff like that. And it's proven. Cause that's the only explanation really for Rick Ross to do what he did with Drake, which was some corny shit. You show your true colors and true feelings after the fact, when you always felt like that. And you only did it because you got called out by your baby mother for pillow talking. You was always using him. That's what you do. You fake an image since you became in the game. And I was rocking with Rose, man, but you clearly doing things for attention. At this stage in your age of your career, man, come on, man. Come on. What happened to your artists? You had to let them go? Or you couldn't handle it right? And the thing with Herb and Ja, that's some personal shit. So I get it. But you see how he stand on business, he say their name. You know how a lot of people are like, I ain't want to say their name, get no clout. 50 don't care. And he very strategic too. He kept saying their name on purpose. Trust me on that. You just gotta be here. You gotta understand all the war, all of that. He said their name on purpose. Even though he wasn't really too much dissing them, but he said their name on purpose. It wasn't no coincidence or anything. You just gotta understand where he was coming from with it. So I get it. I ain't gonna say he all goody two shoes, because we definitely know that, but I'm just saying, I understand what he was saying in that. I'm way up here now. I'm off that, what I was on back in the day. But I still don't like you. I don't give a fuck about you. You figure out how to get your money, I'm gonna figure out how to get mine. I ain't gonna get involved. We'll let the people decide. But I've gotta make sure I always one up on you though. That's a fact. Cause I can't ever let y'all get way more money than me, cause that means more power. And I can't put y'all in a position where y'all above me again. That's why I annihilate y'all. That's why I ended everything y'all had going on. And that's the message that 50, what he's swinging with y'all. It's 48 laws of power. You gotta end all of that. And that's what he did. That's what he did. He don't gotta speak on them. They got to speak on him for the energy. And it's known, man. People that got beef, ever had beef with 50 in the streets for real, he went against the realest killers and all of that, and treated them the same way. These are facts. I do you one better and let you hear what Wack 100 had to say around the time when Game and 50 was beefing, and how 50 stood on business. So you already know what we doing, cause I was right. Somebody told me to call backup. So you know what we gotta do. Mask on and mask off. It really don't matter, but I'm coming with mine off. Let's spin the block again.
John pull up, him and Zap. 5 minutes after you there, Brisk called me, tell me G-Unit got him blocked in at the Hyatt on Sunset. I tell them when I just cut the call I got, should say game. Nah, ain't no game. It's a homie. I don't know game. I just know him from Cedar Block Power Room. That's all I know. He a homie. Briston called me from West Side. It's a homie. Distress call. You know, he'd do the same for me. So I get up, should say, I say, well, I'm rolling. Whatever happened with me, because you ain't there, fall on you. I looked up and Lil John was right behind me. I just met these 5-10 minutes ago. I get up there, pull in, sure enough, gang, 4-5 people. Behind Game's Billy, they had a whole street full of. This is the story Spotted hates. I pull up because I knew him. We got an understanding. We had a conversation. Lil John then pull in the middle of the street, drop the window. 4-5 minutes after that, Suge pulls up in the red Bentley, gets out. Game don't know me. He don't know Briston called me. Game beefing with Suge. Everybody know Wack moving with Suge. So in Game's mind, it's like, God damn, how much worse could my day get? I got this in front of me, and I got these two pulling up, right? But I think he caught on that we was there to assist. Conversation, wasn't no shots, wasn't no fights, wasn't no violence. We came to understanding, they left, dispersed. I went and introduced myself to Game, shook his hand, he shook mine, we got on. About 5 months later, I started managing Stacey Adams. I signed him. Stacey Adams from my neighborhood. I said, you know what, let me reach the Game, see if I can get a feature. We get online with 2 T's from Bounty Hunters. At the time, he was head of security for Game. He set the beating up. Game was in there recording LAX, I believe at the time. Came in, he talks about it. And it's all, let me tell y'all, man, my Wack. When I met him, we wasn't all too the good. He was rolling with Suge. When he walked in, he went in his pocket, gave me everything he had. He did all that. I said, look, bro, the money, I need a feature. He said, keep the money, I'm gonna give you a feature too. And then once we started doing that, we started conversing. And he like, look, bro, I'm trying to kind of like restructure. Jimmy Henchman got a lot going on. Let me start sending business your way, but Jimmy and them gonna trip. But I know you can handle it. So I start booking shows and all that. And me and Jimmy had our back and forth, but we, you know, he worked it out. And about a year, I was booking all these shows, and Jimmy ended up getting caught up going to jail. And shit, I stepped in, and it's been what it been since then. So from like Jesus Peace to now, it been Wack. Year of the Wolf to everything right now has been me. Documentary 2, 1992, all those albums, been me. The last one, Drillmatic. Yeah. The Easy joint, him and Ye. Yeah.
Now, I seen you told this story before, but I don't think you've really ever like told it on any platforms before, but I guess you got the drop on 50 Cent one time?
We thought we did.
Right.
We thought we did. Until we got in there. Back then it was it wasn't SLS. It was La Meridian, La Moran or some shit. It's SLS now on La Cienega. Right by the Beverly Center. We thought we did. Somebody called us, told he was up there. I got up there. He came in.
How deep were you?
About 15.
15 people.
Yeah, we wasn't that deep. we got up there, we came in and shit. You had Navy SEALs with him. 2 in all directions. Probably was about 6 of them. Walkies in their ear, vested, gun strapped to their thigh, bullies on them, semis on them, magazine cartridges. I said, yeah. He ain't slipping.
Today's not the day.
Nah, 50 moved different. He moved different.
And did 50
I'm glad
see
that
you?
didn't happen though. He see me. But he didn't know that's what we was on. We never approached him. I'm glad it never happened. Things worked out.
And then at some point, Game and 50 kind of meet up.
Me
Were
and
you there for that?
me and Monster put that together.
Okay.
I was his head of security. You know, it started out a club, in the same club, they didn't want to let Game in. Game come in, showed him love, brought a bunch of his liquor, whatever his liquor was. And then we go to the strip club and Game wanted to holler at him. So me and Monster put together a plan, you bring Game to us, you stand behind 50, I stand behind Game. And they talked for like 10, 15 minutes. Shit was working out. And then I started getting to we had a show to do in Ontario, weed show. And the promoter got slick and booked 50 the day of. So it could look like 50 in Game on the same show. Right? We got paid left. I wasn't gonna give him that. That's $1 million show. Yeah. So when I went to start to put my feelers out to put together a tour, out of nowhere, 50 dissed Game. And then Game released the last 4 of his, at the time, wife or baby mama, whatever she was, telephone number. It was over.
So when they met though, they had an agreement or?
I don't know what the talked about. They was cool for 15 minutes. I don't know. They talked, they laughed, they was ear to ear. We was in the club, I couldn't hear it. Wasn't trying to hear it. I was point man, you know, whatever they was talking about wasn't important to me. But it was cool. They shook hands. We went on separate. But 50 being the dude he is, you know, I don't think 50 gonna ever would have trust anybody that has ever crossed him. You ain't getting no second chances with 50. That's just who he is. You gotta respect that. Shit, I tried, right?
I guess that's all you can do.
Those 2 meetings could have been violent.
Man, I mean, a reunion would have been crazy, especially at that time.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, we back another 5-10 minutes for it. Wasn't too long, man. Sort of up on the block, but I don't think I got it yet, man. I might have to circle back. But I'm gonna say this here, man. Salute, man. Everybody know 50 stand on business, and that's how you supposed to be. You can't fear nobody, because once you give them that leverage or think they got any type of advantage over you, they're gonna get all those weak points and try to destroy you before you even get a start up. And he wasn't going for that. However, he gonna speak on how he matured and the reason why he approached things different now. Because we know he can be aggressive, but we also know it's in order to grow and be successful in this life, you also have to do that mentally, you know, spiritually, and so in a way. You can't be stuck in the same scenario, same box. People already know who you are. You already did that over the years. You grew that into people already, so they already know how you coming. Pause. They know how you moving. Ain't nobody even really gonna try you like that. But you have to set the foundation first. It's basically what he's trying to tell people. So he gonna give his explanation. I'll let y'all hear what he gotta say instead of me just saying it. And he gonna also explain why he grind non-stop. Who he give all his big up to, which is his grandparents, because that's who raised him. Of course, you know his mom got murdered when he was a kid. So you already know what we doing. It's probably the last time, because I'm getting tired of the ops for real. So mask on and mask off, but you know I'm keeping mine off when I pull up. Let's spin the block again.
The street, you can just be oblivious to it in the streets. I'll catch up with you and eat you like breakfast, man. Like, it is what it is. So you look and you go, nah, that's like when you reach out to Drake, and he go, nah, I fuck Dirk. You know, every young boy wanted to do something to that nigga. You said what? He said, I wish that they would have said something in my face. I wish I would, like it would respect on him just because of that. And you look and you go, nah, what happened is you left that gap. Isolation is dangerous. You know what I mean? And you look and you go, look, I love the culture, bro. It's what made me comfortable in my life. Like, you know, all the accomplishments, the successful moments that I have, that I can hold on to. My grandfather just passed, right? He got a chance to see that shit. The most expensive thing we spend is time. We can't get it back.
Did you spend a lot of time with grandpops?
I did. I would go over there and hang out with him. I would make my business to go out and have I don't take a break, if you don't know this. I just keep going. You know what I mean? And they'll go, I would stop for him every year and do something. And it's because he sacrificed so much for us that it would actually be what I need, because I'm relaxing, but it's for him. Yeah. You know, and then even renewal of vows, different stuff with my grandparents and stuff like that. And I would make it my business. My grandmother, they went to the Justice of Peace. They didn't spend money on the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They simplified it. And then once she got into it, it became like, I watched her turn into a little girl. And she was like, no, I can't have this kind of flyer. Like, if you can't help me, then get somebody else here to help me, because this shit ain't the way it's supposed to be, Jerry. Like, my aunt, they showing out this shit, man. And it's like, look, I want to say this, right? Tough is it's never what you said. It's always what you did, right? So we know tough, we know people who do this shit. But it usually leads to them living a tough life. It starts a cycle of tough shit. And no matter how tough their act is, they do some brazen shit. They getting ready to go to the home of the boldest. So they're gonna be around to do that. That's what they did when they put you in the, they classify you and put you in on as bad as you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you gotta show us you're tough again. This is gonna extend your stay. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So it's going down. Tough is not my goal, man. I don't care about this, bro. You know what's gangster to me? Is to live the way you want to live. To not have to answer to people to change things. Because of...
All right, y'all, we back. Another little 5-10 minute swear. It wasn't too long, but we saw the op on the block, and you already know. We got him. Now, let me say this here. Like I said, shout out to Gillie, shout out to Wallo, shout out my GOAT 50, man. It was an entertaining interview. I don't think I'm just being biased. They should have changed this episode to $1 billion worth of game, or $1 trillion worth of game, because that's exactly what it was. He was dropping jewels from beginning to the end of the interview, which was an hour long. It ain't even that long, so I advise y'all to tune in. It was a great, entertaining interview. And that's not just me being biased, it's me being real. But if you ever pay attention to 50, even though he got an aggressive approach, he always give you the game. He show you the real colors. I mean, he been the one advocating the Ben and Diddy type of thing, because he already said this about him a long time ago, and he not afraid of anybody. He big on that. You can't fear anything. That's the first thing. Face all those to become yourself. And he did it all his career. He stayed himself, stayed true to himself, and look at him now. A lot of them people, he surpassed them. He actually was doing that since the beginning, because, like I said, his first album was Diamond. And this is less than a year. You understand what I'm saying to y'all? So this ain't no luck. Like, from the circumstances that he came from, you would probably say luck. Because a lot of people say he probably wouldn't even be here right now. I mean, he got shot 9 times. We all know the story. Like I said, it ain't really nothing else he can really tell you in the interview, but he proved me wrong, because it was an entertaining interview. And he informed with some more insight of him that we probably didn't know. Why he do what he do. And I mean, I hate to say it, but I agree with everything he said in the interview. I don't know if you may feel different. It's okay. We can agree to disagree. But however you feel. I don't got no soft skin or nothing like that. Leave a comment down below. You tell me that you wasn't feeling what he was saying. You tell me I was wrong. It don't matter. We can debate. It's whatever. Trust me. But that's all I have for y'all, man. You know, leave a comment down below. Let me know how y'all feel, for real. Now, this world keeps showing me every day. It ain't showing y'all. Well, I always say, love each other. Till next time, yours truly, HeartBreak. What's good, Late Bloomer Gang? It's yours truly, HeartBreak Ace. Now, I don't know about y'all, but for me personally, since I could remember as a kid, I've been a geek and a nerd when it comes to technology. Now, I got to have the latest trends. I got to have the nice cameras, all of that, all the essentials for podcasting, especially making these videos to give y'all with high quality audio and visuals. I only go to one place, and of course, y'all know that's Amazon. Amazon got everything you need. Everything from A to Z, literally. And you know, they got a lot of good prices. Some things are pricey, but you don't have to get that. You know what I mean? I know people be on a budget a lot. We got bills to pay. We got to take care of our kids. We got an everyday lifestyle. I get it. So I made a list for y'all. Must have for content creators, for beginners or pros. Just simply go on my channel, hit the link like I'm showing you in this video, and see if it's something that you might like. I'm pretty sure you will. Especially if you want to look good like I do on these videos. Nah, I'm just joking with y'all, man. But you know, man, as always, show love. Show love to each other. It's yours truly. Till next time, it's HeartBreak.